You really can't write this stuff. Obese, fast food eating President-elect Donald Trump, we are told, is going to make America healthy again by selecting Robert F. Kennedy Jr. to run Health and Human Services, and then feeding RFK McDonald's on his plane. So let me explain the circumstances of this picture that we're putting up for you. This is a picture of a Donald Trump's plane. They were flying to or from the UFC match in Madison Square Garden over the weekend. We already talked about how that went. Elon Musk is there. Donald Trump is there. Donald Trump Jr., Robert F. Kennedy Jr., and MAGA Mike Johnson are pictured here. And they are all having McDonald's food, and RFK even has a Coca-Cola in front of him, leaching plastic out of the bottle, riddled with high fructose corn syrup and all sorts of colorings and flavorings. Okay, now if we zoom in on Robert F. Kennedy Jr., he looks like he's in physical pain. He's holding a Big Mac, or maybe that's a double cheese. I don't know what it is. I haven't been to McDonald's in more than 20 years. It's some kind of sandwich from McDonald's, and he's got a Coca-Cola, and there's another container. I don't know if those are nuggets, that the extruded chicken paste congealed into a nugget form, or if those are fries. I don't know what that is. And RFK looks as if he's in physical pain. Now, where do you even start with this? As some of you might recall, RFK not long ago said his issue with McDonald's isn't that it's fast food. It's that they no longer use beef tallow to cook the food. Well, here he is. There's seed oils all over his food, no beef tallow, and he's having it along with the high fructose corn syrup Coke out of a plastic bottle. The Coke filled with processed sugar, and I thought that RFK was going to be getting rid of that. So listen, what's the big story here? Obviously, anyone with a good head on their shoulders realizes RFK's solutions to our health problems seem to be get rid of seed oils based on very bad science that they are, quote, inflammatory. Give everybody raw milk, which has been found to have no nutritional benefit over pasteurized milk, but significantly increases your risk of getting listeria or E. coli and lands people in the hospital every single year. Ivermectin and hydroxychloroquine rather than vaccinations, I guess. On and on and on. At the top level, they want us to believe that obese President Trump, who eats McDonald's daily and doesn't exercise, is going to usher in a new wave of health to the United States. That's very difficult to believe at its core. And then you've got RFK eating McDonald's, but thinks vaccines are bad, and we're supposed to believe he's going to make America healthy again. So there's like 3-4 different stories here. Obviously, one little side story is JD Vance must be so pissed off right now that they're not including him in anything. Elon Musk and RFK get to go with Trump to UFC. Tulsi Gabbard was there standing behind Trump, clapping at people getting their heads bashed in. And JD Vance is left out. So that's kind of one story that JD Vance is kind of just like missing here. Number two, it's that as often is the case, sometimes the way that they propagandize is making really complicated things seem very simple. Now, listen, here's the problem. We got to get off seed oils. We need raw milk. The vaccines are no good. And HIV doesn't cause AIDS and all the other crazy stuff. Oh, it's super simple, except you're wrong on everything. And then other times, they make simple things seem complicated. And as I've said before, we could make America significantly healthier without RFK starting to mess with the FDA or the CDC. Forget about all of it. If we could just move people towards Get fewer than 10% of your daily calories from what we would call ultra-processed food. That's the stuff RFK was eating in the damn picture. Get fewer than 10% of your calories from ultra-processed food. Walk 10,000 steps a day. Get enough water. Make sure your vitamin D level is what it's supposed to be. This applies more to people in the north where we get less sunlight. Make sure you're getting 30 or 35 grams of fiber a day, depending on whether you're male or female. The reason that this is such a critical thing is if you are doing that, it's pretty hard to eat unhealthy. Because if you're getting 30 to 35 grams of fiber, you're probably not just stuffing your face with McDonald's every single day, right? These simple, that's really it, okay? If 80% of the country did that, you solve a bunch of obesity, you solve a bunch of diabetes, you likely reduce, based on the data we have right now, a bunch of the colorectal cancer, right? I mean, and you don't need RFK. You don't need this whole huge thing, just those five, six principles alone. But instead, we're supposed to believe that the obese, fast food eating president is going to be the one that makes everybody healthy by hiring RFK. It's just laughable at its face. And like every single one of the Trump scams, they're just, they're all falling for it. The visible pain on RFK's face in that picture really tells you a lot of what you need to know. Do you ever feel like it's tough to stay focused? I've sometimes struggled with it, and Brain FM's focus music has really helped me find my groove. I used to think background music from Spotify or YouTube would help me focus, but I ended up distracted, and then I'd start looking for better tracks that would actually help. Then I found Brain FM. It's not just another music app. It's really music designed for when you are trying to do deep work. It's science-backed. The modes can be for deep work or more creativity focus or motivation. They have a turbo mode designed to support ADHD brains. Brain FM's music works within minutes and it delivers results. A peer-reviewed study showed that Brain FM's music boosts attention, especially for people with ADHD tendencies. Brain FM's focus music is the only music made to support ADHD brains. And Brain FM is the only music app funded by the National Science Foundation because of their unique audio technology that changes the patterns in your brain. With Brain FM, I am locked in. The distractions go away. The productivity just happens. And my audience can try it for free for 30 days. When you go to brain.fm/Pacman. The link is in the description.